think at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, I think the Survivor Series is getting ready to do. It's such a clusterfuck because so many things happened
last minute,
literally last minute.
And I honestly think the WWE is doing two things right now. I think this is a lot like the Attitude Era, where we were doing with Vince Russo. We're booking week to week to week. There is no Roman Reigns, so the face of the company is up in the air. I honestly believe, though, right now, temporarily, it's Ronda Rousey, right? We've heard reports right now that it's Ronda Rousey. I believe that match against Becky Lynch was slated to be the main event. I think they're really trying to test her because I think they're saying, let's see how much money we can make off Ronda Rousey come WrestleMania 35 in New York. Tickets have already gone in sale. Let's see how much money we can make.
Yes, they have. It's this Friday. It's either today or next week.
It's getting ready to go on sale.
Yeah, but it's not on sale yet.
Packages already went on sale. So I think when it comes down to it, like right now, we're in one of these weird times where it's just a mind fuckery of epic proportions if you're a WWE fan, because the WWE is trying anything and everything to keep fans' attention spans going, and they don't know what they're doing because Roman's out, so they don't know who's their top male star.
Yeah, and you got to find out about these things online. You know, they don't announce them like on TV. You got to find out about it online sometimes.
Well, they announced it. We a lot of people go on about how Dave Meltzer and all these journalists on the web are completely making up fake news.
Yeah,
they're making up fake news,
you know?
right? But Dave Meltzer and them, they report a lot of accurate information, and the Becky Lynch information was broken by Dave Meltzer and the guy from Fightful, Sean Ross or something. Sap Ross, I don't know what his name is, but
I think I may have heard of him.
Almost burped there. But, like, you know, I'm sorry.
Hey, we're live. We're not live.
I had a Philly cheesesteak.
We could actually
we're not
that
editing
out.
this.
We could actually edit that out if we
But
wanted to.
I guess, yeah.
But, like, I just think that this whole situation with Survivor Series is a complete clusterfuck, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the clusterfuck.
It's a good clusterfuck.
It's a good clusterfuck.
It's our clusterfuck.
Yes.
Yeah, might as well.
No, I mean, like, we started this by, having AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar as a rematch, which
Part
is,
two,
that's like, you get excited, but you're not really, because you've already seen it happen and literally at the same exact event. I was really, really excited about Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey. I really didn't know who was going to win that, who they were going to put over and stuff like that.
Yeah, for those two.
Becky Lynch is stone cold right now.
Dude, she's a beast. Ronda Rousey's doing a great job of hitting her promos well. She's coming out. You were just saying she's writing her own stuff or something like that?
She's starting to write. I heard the one with the Bella twins.
I mean, she's a beast.
She was writing her own stuff.
She's the modern day Kurt Angle right now, transitioning from one sport to another.
That's very good.
Very quickly.
Making it seem that way.
She's a professional wrestler now.
Right.
She doesn't seem like the UFC star that is only doing hip tosses and occasional punches and stuff. She's a little crazy. When she came into the ring on Raw during that
look on her face was a
invasion,
little like...
But when she actually jumped into the ring, she'd run too damn fast. So almost broke her hip on the side of the ring.
Gotta be careful, Ronda.
Exactly. We already got one female star out because people are being dangerous. Ronda Rousey being
Reckless.
dangerous.
Oh, Nia Jax.
Yes.
But that's a little bit later.
You're mine and Ryan Rant.
Stay tuned for that.
But
Anticipation is waiting.
I can't wait.
Exactly. We had an interesting storyline going with Team Raw and Team SmackDown. Both
Survivor
teams
Series.
kind of like infighting already and stuff like that.
But that's how it is every year, man. Hey, we're fighting against the opposition, but we're fighting amongst ourselves. That's how it always is.
The first year, though, that they did this from the brand split, it seemed more of like SmackDown versus Raw. It has kind of seemed like SmackDown's been more of a team this entire build-up than Raw has the entire time.
Obviously. But we haven't had enough build up for Survivor Series. The only match that was getting the proper build was the one that was canceled, Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch, which I thought was going to be the main event.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's a legitimate injury. It's not like they're booking this.
And there was not even a build up for AJ and Brock. You know?
But now we have Daniel Bryan versus Brock, which is literally the match Daniel Bryan wished he had when he was injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in 2014.
I don't
I have no idea who wins.
I don't know. I don't know about turning him heel right now. I really don't know. I get it. Where you're thinking is that, hey, look, his momentum is going downhill, right? That whole thing of, hey, we're excited about him. I think several things went against him during that time, and obviously, for me personally, when Daniel Bryan came out, and I don't mind him defending his wife, but what I did mind is the way he went about it, using the whole cyberbullying thing as a way to try to manipulate people into feeling sorry, in my opinion, for Brie Bella.
He was going to be on Ryan Rants.
I think personally, honestly, that's when I lost a little bit more respect for Daniel Bryan. So in my opinion, yeah, I think maybe it would work, but I think now it's just a difficult time to do it with Roman being out. Like, you want to do it when I'm thinking of everything. Like, if Roman was still here, would some of these things be happening?
Well, he's not dead, man.
He's not dead, but I'm saying right now, in terms of his wrestling storyline, he's completely out.
Well, you know what it would have been more than likely is it would have been AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns, which would have been
Another
really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
But I heard
maybe.
So
but
that's
allegedly.
the clusterfuck you mentioned is that was originally the plan. More than likely, is that it was supposed to be Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles. That makes sense because that's never happened in the more recent memory in WWE. As far as AJ Styles being the WWE champion, Roman Reigns finally being the Universal champion.
Universal champion.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing. You could have had a match 4 years ago. It just doesn't. It's not the same thing. And then they go, okay, well, you got to have WWE champion versus Universal champion. So Brock is now the title. You don't want to give the title to Braun Strowman too quickly.
Let me ask you a question.
That's just what I've heard is that they didn't. That they a lot of people that reviewed
damn
Crown
squash
Jewel,
match, dude. Yeah.
were saying that, and that's due to the Roman Reigns though. You had to come up with something quick, and they want to put both guys over in a way.
But do y'all think that the reason why they didn't give it to Braun Strowman is because they think he's not ready yet?
No. Well,
because I think that's some bullshit reporting.
I think they want to have him like win it at WrestleMania or something like that. That's what I.
Otherwise, they got
WrestleMania?
plans for him.
Yeah.
They probably got
there's no
plans
Roman
for him.
Reigns. There's no like. Who's the biggest payoff that you could have on Raw to win the Universal
Seth
Championship?
Rollins.
Well, Seth Rollins.
Seth
Yeah.
Rollins
Well, he's got
versus
his-
Dean Ambrose in an Iron Man match at WrestleMania
Oh my
35 is something
A
that
double Iron Man match. That's what Dean Ambrose has been vouching for a couple of years. 120 minutes.
120
Now, that would be
minutes.
that'd be a little too much.
It's over the limit, but hey, I mean, if he wants to go that crazy, then okay.
No,
problem.
but so you have like I said, you have Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles getting back to the Survivor Series. That's just random. And I think once Becky got hurt, and I was telling you guys just off the air a second ago, I think once Becky got hurt, they need a better main event. And no offense to the elimination match, but that's not main event worthy.
Right. It's just a classic.
You needed a better match than a rematch of AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar, so they gave the title to Daniel Bryan and turned him heel earlier than he was supposed to. I think he was eventually going to turn heel probably in a month or two, but they just said, hey, screw it. This is going to be random. People are going to love this. And the Ring General is going to Survivor Series, so might as well do this.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I guess. I mean, this whole situation though is just proves to me that when you book with a sense of urgency, you book high quality shit.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
SmackDown was Attitude Era. And the end of Raw was Attitude Era too. I was telling my brother we watched this pretty recently. I watched SmackDown an hour before recording right now, so I'm getting the I have it all in my mind. I wrote it down.
It's fresh.
I wrote it down immediately. Right,
It's fresh.
We were recording at 6 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, I finished SmackDown. So we're just seeing this. The last 2.5 hours of wrestling has been some of the best I've seen since around WrestleMania time. It's fantastic. I'm glad it's our pay-per-view that we're going to biasly. I don't care that Charlotte and Ronda Rousey are not going to face at WrestleMania more than likely because we get to see it live. I don't care that Brock Lesnar is facing Daniel Bryan at our pay-per-view because we get to see it live.
We get to see it live.
Right? Seth Rollins is facing Shinsuke Nakamura.
With no build.
With no
no
build.
build. It's just
we
random,
assume
out of
Dean
nowhere.
Ambrose is going to have something to do with it.
Maybe
but-
he'll come out from where we're at.
Yeah, there you go.
That's absolutely, that'd be crazy, yeah. But so
That'd be
those
unique.
are three of the best matches you can come up with, and they put them at a pay-per-view, which we all assumed was going to be the odd man out. Crown Jewel, it seems like, was the odd man out due to Cena not showing up. They screwed up the whole World Cup thing with Shane. That really didn't mean anything. And then you have...
Let's just say that the World Cup never existed.
No, exactly.
I call it high quality BS or high definition
that's two
BS.
consecutive...
that should never existed. Let's just say that, okay?
That's 2 consecutive World Cups that have disappointed me so far. First the U.S. didn't make it. Actually, that's 3 things. First, the U.S. didn't make the damn World Cup. Then Serbia got eliminated by fake ass Brazil, who falls all over the
Neymar.
The Serbia thing, man.
yeah, the Serbia thing, and then the WWE World Cup, Shane winning. It was interesting, but it was kind of hokey, and you
Let's
could
just say
tell
that
it
the
was,
World Cup, was there a lot of culture in this one? I don't know.
I don't know.
There's no culture in this
I
one.
saw a joke. I saw a joke today. right after from that WWE what is it, like that kayfabe Twitter account that always, or WWE Creative Humor, one of the best Twitter accounts if you're a fan of wrestling. They said, well, Saudi Arabia thought Daniel Bryan was already a heel, so might as well just get it done. Right? Like, so I love that. Right? That's good. But yeah, so I'm excited about this pay-per-view. We'll do our predictions a little bit later in the show, but I just kind of want to get your guys more take about what is going into this pay-per-view, what we expect, the craziness, not necessarily what we're going to do when we're there. We'll talk about that even later in the show, but what do you guys expect from Survivor Series? What is this going to be, craziness, or is this going to be good matches and stuff like that?
Thank you, Nick, because I can't talk about it on Sunday. I can't. I got a gag order on me for Sunday. I got a gag order.
It's one thing, seeing it.
Holding the black man down.
It's one thing seeing it on the screen, and it's another seeing it live. So I think with being there live, I think it's going to be a little bit better, if anything.
Well, I get that. I'm saying no. As far as the general story of the pay-per-view, because there's always seems like a story of the pay-per-view, especially when you got Raw and SmackDown. These are your two brands.
I just want them to surprise me. That's it.
I love that.
I want them to
like
surprise
that too.
me.
And how could they not? They don't even know what they're doing from show to show. This is like the old WCW booking, or like you said, Attitude Era booking.
Vince Russo style, baby.
Where they're going in a cabin in the woods, or Vince Russo is saying, hey, let's do this 15 minutes for this guy, and Hulk Hogan's changing matches and all this stuff.
It's a risk.
No, brother, I don't think so.
We'll see what happens,
No, brother.
Yeah. Brother, I don't like that, brother.
Oh yeah, what's your take on Hulk Hogan
real
coming
quick,
back?
what's your take on Hulk Hogan coming back, Ryan?
I think
RKJ man.
RKJ man, excuse me.
Y'all making me eat my words at this Hulk Hogan BS, man. That dude needs to go somewhere and sit down. He needs to go in the old folks' home and sit down and relax and
Did you
stretch
hear what
his
he said on
biceps.
Twitter the other day?
What did he say? Did he say about the roster and how he was bigger than most of the roster?
What? What is wrong with him?
I think this man. I think he's so delusional over the fact that somebody still. He's so delusional over the fact that he's Hulk Hogan and he's considered the Babe Ruth of wrestling, that he feels like he can just go and do whatever he wants and anything he wants, and we'll automatically forgive him. But my patience is slowly running out with that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, my patience is running very thin on him.
I just don't care about Hulk
And this
Hogan
man
anymore.
just said the N-word multiple times. The ER. He said the ER.
And he doesn't even care.
And I forgave him. Do you know how hard that is to do as a black man in America?
From the South, too.
All right, one question. If your family or your brother, what's their take on it? All right. Did they hear?
I didn't.
Did they hear
I
Hogan?
told my brother. I talked to my brother about
What'd he
this
say
at the
about
baby
it?
shower. Actually,
Yeah,
it was
really?
a most
What a
random
random spot.
Wow.
About Hulk Hogan's N-word.
Like we just had something.
Jeez,
we had,
man.
and my sister-in-law turned around. She was like, "We're not gonna have this conversation."
That's good
but
stuff.
but it's like he was like, "What the fuck, man? Like, why is he racist? Like, come on, motherfucker."
His literal
Yeah.
theme song is "I am a
Real
real American."
American, yeah.
And now I think that's got some hinting connotation, like the whole "Make America Great Again."
Man, he was a crazy Trump supporting KKK guy all the way back then. The whole
Well,
time.
he does support Trump, but I mean,
Well,
Hulk Hogan.
What
Hulk
about
Hogan is
what about your
crazy.
dad and your mom? What do you think their take on it would be?
I told my dad. They were shocked, but they're like, "How old is he?" Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I mean, like,
hear that a
how
lot
old is he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it makes sense. But getting back to
I think real quick, just to make it a stupid joke that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I think it was Hulk Hogan has so much power with the WWE now that he screwed up those ballots in Florida. That's what I think. I think he was the one. That did
you didn't elect the black man. It's a conspiracy against the black man.
Yeah.
But what were we talking
Always
about?
the black man.
What were we talking about?
We're
Hulk
talking about
Hogan?
Survivor Series.
Well, we were
talking about
Hulk Hogan.
Survivor
Oh, yeah.
Series
The
because
biggest
life is a Survivor Series. I just want to see a preview. I just want to start seeing hints as to where the WWE is going for WrestleMania, right? Because I think look at Survivor
It's
Series.
2 months away from the Royal Rumble.
Well,
And I look
they
at
got to prepare for Royal Rumble. if
Exactly.
anything.
Okay, so I look at Survivor Series and I say to myself, okay, well, are we really that far away from WrestleMania? Not really,
No, we're
because
not.
the Royal Rumble is 2 months away. They've already announced that the Mixed Match Challenge winners will get the number 30 participants. It would be the number 30th participants in the Royal Rumble.
Unless we get to like some random house show like Super Showdown, unless they put that.
What do you mean?
You don't know, like yeah, like a random super show, like they did for Super Showdown.
I'm tired of super shows.
No.
As a matter of fact, it's
Saudi
starting to
Arabia just admitted to killing that journalist. By the way,
Well, you may never know; they might do that
And
again.
now it's devaluing WrestleMania. These big time arena shows are devaluing WrestleMania.
They absolutely should not have another one before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'll say that. If they do that, that is seriously, you're hurting your
brand.
It's
for
like
WrestleMania.
it's like if the NFL were to start scheduling just the best teams against each other. You'd be like, well, that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be you play your schedule, then you get to the playoffs, and that's when we see best teams. But if they just started the playoffs in the middle of the season, and then now you play the Raiders, now you play the Cardinals, now you play the Bengals or whoever. Like that'd be.
I don't want the Panthers playing any more good teams now. I'm done.
No more short weeks. No more short weeks for the Panthers.
No more short weeks, man. I don't know what happened last Thursday, but that was a killing on live television. Woo. All right, so getting back to Survivor Series, I want to see some type of direction for where they're going in WrestleMania. But this whole pay-per-view, and I hate to keep using this word, is a clusterfuck because they're booking Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey now. So what I thought was going to happen at WrestleMania is happening now.
This is what happens when you predict.
Black Shadama said it was going to happen.
I know.
Black Shadama said
Can I make a predict? You're wrong because it happened in Survivor Series.
I said it was going to happen eventually.
But
This is what happens when you
here's
predict
what I think
way
happened.
too early.
I think they switched it up. We all wouldn't have thought Becky Lynch would have got to the heights that she's gotten the last
You think
months.
they're going with that at WrestleMania,
I
don't
think
you?
she's
Okay.
going to win the Royal Rumble.
She's
or something
getting-
like that.
yeah.
I don't think Rousey loses the title anytime soon.
I think you got to do this.
Yeah.
Look at their exchanges on Twitter and on Instagram and social media. Like, I'm just like, I'm about to come at how good
It's
this
almost-
feud could be.
it's
like,
like-
I'm literally about to come.
Yeah.
Because this is so good what could happen. You could print money out of this. You could print money out of this feud. And if you do this right, I'm serious. I know we were talking about Becky Lynch being Stone Cold Steve Austin-esque, but she could be the female version of Stone Cold Steve Austin and take Ronda Rousey's, and I'm sorry, Charlotte, flair from her. Because look at this. You have Becky Lynch getting better pops from the crowd, and she's supposed to be the heel. She's supposed to be the heel. She's getting better pops from the crowd. She's getting more creative freedom. Her promos are on point, both in the ring and outside the ring on social media.
It's a natural
just
push
a
that they're giving
natural
her.
rivalry that I think has got to culminate at WrestleMania.
I think legitimately
This might have been-
there is like it's Becky Lynch trying to show. I don't know if this is actually a thing, but I was telling my brother this too when we were watching the shows the last couple days. It seemed real. Like it seemed the way they booked that match between Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey, which is not going to happen in Survivor Series now. It seemed when Becky Lynch did a promo on Ronda, it was like, oh, she's right. That's exactly what's happening. And then Ronda would be like, I'm a judo champion, you idiot. You're not going to be able
and
to
you're
like,
a millennial man.
yeah,
Millennial
exactly.
man.
I even like that. Yeah, exactly. It seemed real. Like it seemed like this is going to be a UFC match that I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And you were going into it. Unfortunately, she gets injured, like real life, right? And now we have
happens.
Charlotte, which would be a great match. I think it'd be crazy surprising if SmackDown won that, but you never know. They, like I said, they're just booking off the cup, and they might just be like, well, we need to prop up. I don't know, But we'll talk about that in a second. I don't want to give away predictions, but when you can get a storyline that seems real, and obviously wrestling is not real. It's show. It's like thinking The Walking Dead is real, but I was really enjoying it, and unfortunately she gets injured, but it creates even a better story now. The comeback, when will this match happen? The anticipation even builds up even more.
It's
Do
gonna
you
be
think
soon.
Vince wants this match? Because if your face of the company is Ronda Rousey is not getting bigger cheers than Becky Lynch and other superstars,
even
do
in
you
like
think?
Des Moines, Iowa, too, which is like interesting. It's like literally everybody is behind Becky Lynch.
Because we feel like she's been pushed aside. Even right now, we feel like she's been pushed aside. Nia Jax, and I don't want to ruin anything for Ryan Rance, but Nia Jax was just
Save that.
completely reckless.
We can get into it. We need to.
I don't know.
I
I'm
know.
trying to get my mom mentally ready for Ryan Rance.
Okay.
It's been a long
All right.
day.
That's
It's
fine.
been a
All right,
long
so
day.
who goes first then?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, let's just finish up on discussion of the overall pay-per-view, and then
right.
we're going to go to one of our segments. I'll just say one out of the blue. It's probably not going to be Ryan Rance since you want to get some time, but we're going to jump into NXT a little bit next and talk about that, predict that.
Velveteen.
Yeah,
Speaking of
Velveteen.
face of the company,
Velveteen Dream, get the title shot.
Hmm.
And then we'll predict Survivor Series at the end and to kind of discuss what we're going to be doing for Survivor Series. So, but last takes on the show overall, or some of the storylines leading up to this before we move on.
I'm just ready for it, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Just surprise me. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
I'm only interested in about 3 matches, but those 3 matches are all WrestleMania quality matches that,
Right.
you know.
Which one's he talking about?
The Shinsuke Nakamura Seth Rollins match, which I'm disappointed. There has been no build, and Shinsuke Nakamura has been considered an afterthought as a U.S. champion.
Yeah.
I am
Completely agree.
Obviously Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, which I don't think is going to main event now that Becky Lynch is injured, and I think we're going to get that Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. I just hope it's not a squash. I hope it's not.
Right.
I think the heel kid was posting about how John Cena got like 20 suplexes 2014 at SummerSlam. Remember when he got those 20
it was actually 16.
Those 20
16
suplexes were better than what's his name from the from Jinder Mahal's group getting dropped on his neck.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord
Yeah,
Jesus.
his buddies. Yeah.
Bro,
Jeez, man.
you know. I don't know. You gotta find a way to not land on your neck, though. To be honest. You know what's gonna happen.
But then again,
Yeah, you already know.
But
You
do you
got-
think that Brock even cares how you land?
I mean, Brock only
But
cares.
we know Brock doesn't
Brock
care.
only cares if it hurts his wallet.
We know he doesn't care. It's the people who put on a facade like Nia Jax, who I'm going to talk about later. That's who
Are
the
you sure you don't want to talk
That's
about
the
it right
person.
now?
That's the
Wow.
person.
No,
I need to
wait,
bake
wait,
a little
wait.
bit. I need to let my mind get in the zone.
You look
It's been a
heated.
long
You look
day.
heated.
It's been a long day and a long week.
We'll build it up.
I have to, I have to get my mind.
But are you
thinking
pissed
about
off
something
right now?
pissing
Are
me
you
off.
pissed off?
Not yet.
But here's the thing. So you mentioned those 3 matches real quick. But low key, AOP versus the Bar. That's pretty dope.
AOP.
No, that's gonna be a good match, though.
By the way, Drake Maverick does not look right with AOP.
Drake Maverick is going to be competing with the Big Show on the outside of the ring.
That's
Big Show just knocks him out, and then Equalizer. You got 3-on-2, right?
Drake Maverick is gonna die.
I said, this is what I like to call the
Killing a lot of
This is
television.
what I like to call the offensive line match, where literally all of these guys, if you were creating an offensive line out of WWE superstars, those are the 5
Can we
guys.
please get AOP on the Carolina Panthers offensive line right now? Because we sure as hell, or a defensive line. Actually, give me on the defensive line, actually, because that's where we need the pass rush. That's where we need it.
Yeah, but so that's going to be, and obviously you have 2 legitimate elimination matches, and then you kind of have that tag team one. That
I don't give a shit about this Team Raw, Team
That's
SmackDown
pre-show,
women's
though.
division.
Oh, the women's one?
Yeah, I don't give a
The-
shit
Hey, well,
about
there's
that.
actually a
class- yeah.
surprise.
Plus Alexa Bliss
there's a
may be out
surprise,
for
though.
a long time.
I can deal with Alexa Bliss being out as long as she
Where's-
comes out with that bun.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
oh my God, I love that. Eric,
All right.
I love when Hispanic girls put their hair in a bun like that, by the way. Ooh.
Alexa Bliss is
Yeah,
white.
but just be careful.
Alexa Bliss
okay.
is white.
Be careful.
It's okay.
Wait,
I love
what does
the
that mean,
Latina.
though? What does that mean?
I love the spicy Latinas.
Sometimes the looks
Latinas.
can be deceiving, but you watch out for them.
That's okay. Big Dick Johnson is ready
Whoa,
for it.
that's too much. No, I'm kidding.